everyone, welcome to Saltburn. Hope you can hear me over this frantic wind. Yesterday it was all calm. Today when I decide to film, the wind starts to kick off, but hopefully you can hear me. But here I am in Saltburn. The pier is just in the distance with the cliff lift not too far away from here. Unfortunately, the cliff lift is not operational. It doesn't operate over the winter months, so I'm guessing in the next month or so it should reopen again, so you can come down and up on that funicular. And it's one of the world's oldest water-powered funiculars, with the oldest being in Portugal. Now, how does the funicular work? Well, that one is water-powered, as I've said, and what happens is the one that's at the top, the actual bottom of the funicular, there's a sort of a cavity underneath there, and it fills with water, creates it to be like really heavy. The other one at the bottom is completely empty, so it's light, and it basically just pulls it straight down. And when that one gets to the bottom, that empties as the top one gets filled, and then it just continues doing that, swapping up and down from there. But at the moment, unfortunately, it's closed, so we've had to walk all the way down the stairs, which you'll see in a minute. So what I'll do is I'll head back up there. I'll tell you about the cliff lift. I'll go onto the pier and I'll walk along the pier right to the end so you can see all of that. And then, yeah, we'll have a little explore. Hopefully it's not too windy so you can hear me. There are some beach huts here that are open all year round. You can hire them from January to December, and they range from about £30 to £50 per day. So you can go in there, leave all your stuff in there if you want to go for a swim in that freezing cold water. But there's power points in there, so you can make yourself a cup of tea, you can charge your phone, your cameras and whatnot, and leave your valuables in there if you want to have a little bit of a mooch on the beach, looking at stones, see what you can find. But yeah, I'm just right near the pier itself now, so I'll go under there and then I'll head up to the top, film the funicular and tell you a bit about that, and then we'll go from there. So see you in a minute. So this pier is the only pleasure pier in the whole of the North East and Yorkshire coast. Now what I'll do is, I'm actually doing the voiceover somewhere else, but what we'll do is we'll get to the very end of this pier and I'll show you the sea and the surrounding area. So let's go. So I am at Catnab station here. It's a miniature railway. It's not too far from where the public toilets are, just in the distance, or Catnab Fish Bar. So if you walk towards Catnab Fish Bar, and there's a car park area, and you'll be able to see this particular building over in the distance. That's a little sort of the ticket office. It's closed at the moment because it's the winter months, but it does open in the summer months, and you can get on a train here and it snakes all the way around. I think it's called Saltburn Beck, and you get to a place called Forest Halt. When you get to Forest Halt, there is a tea room, so you can go and have a nice bit of tea and a nice cake if you want that. And there is also a woodland walk you can go on, which is lovely. There's fresh garlic and all sorts of stuff growing. And there is the Italian gardens, which looks beautiful in the summer months as well. Now, you can take this. It costs £1.50 for adults, 50p for kids just to get to the Halt. If you want a return ticket, it's £2 return for adults, and I think it's £1 for children. There are concessions, there are family tickets as well. Dogs are welcome, and there is a wheelchair carriage as well. So if you don't really want to be wheeling all the way along that particular route, you can get on here and take a bit of a break and a nice little journey too. But yeah, it's a nice little station area, and yeah, as you can possibly see in the distance, the bridge there, you can walk either side of that beck all the way there. There is a play area for the kids midway between this station and Forest Halt station. So if you walk in there, you can take a bit of 5-minute break, 10-minute break, let the kids run around, and so that's midway. I'll actually show you on the map around here. There's a little map showing, detailing it all right here. So we are here. This is the car park. You can see in the distance there. Then Catnab station, which is there. And it basically just snakes around, goes alongside Saltburn Beck. And then, as I say, halfway between the stations, you've got the play area. And then it just continues on to Forest Halt, where there's tea rooms, where you can get yourself a nice treat. You deserve it. But yeah, unfortunately, it is not open at the moment. It is open between 12 and 4, but only on the, I think it's just the warmer months. But yeah, it's just a nice little train ride going along there. It's opened windows. It's basically one of those where it doesn't have windows in it, so you can sort of look out, take pictures along the way, and enjoy the scenery, which is nice. Right, where else can I take you? Well, I might take you sort of back over there, and we'll have a little wander around. The wind seems to be dying down a little bit. I don't know if it's just because I'm behind this ticket office. I'm trying to get the drone up because I want to get some nice little footage, but it's just far too windy for the Neo. We'll have a little bit more of a mooch, so let's go. So I'm currently on that bridge that you saw a moment ago in the distance. There's the little Catnab station and the ticket office just in the distance there. But you can come over this little bridge here, and it leads to like a few the sculptures there. There's a playroom that I mentioned before. It's sort of, there's another bigger area that you can go and sit and have your food on picnic benches and the likes. There are some information boards dotted around the place to let you know the history of the place, what's around there. Obviously at this end there's the tea rooms, there is the Italian gardens, and there's a beautiful woodland walk you can go on as well. So it's just along here. But yeah, as I say, there's little information boards there telling you about the gardens and the likes and what it used to be around here, little sort of boating areas. But there's places where you can sit down. There's sort of benches dotted every now and then, and as I say, in the very distance there is some picnic benches to sit and have a cake, a sandwich, I don't know, corned beef slice, whatever you fancy. But also, if your kids are brave enough or you're daft enough and you got your shorts on, you might want to get yourself in there, especially during the summer when it's red hot. I've seen people jumping all in that madness. But yeah, in the very distance you can see there's like a wooden play area. There's a swings, slides and the likes over there. I'm not going to go over there because there'd probably be kids over there and I don't film kids. But yeah, it's lovely during the spring and summer months. As I say, there's little sculptures all over the place from different artists that you can see. But yeah, this is the path you would walk along, and it kind of snakes in and out. And the train line nearly fell over, and the train line, as you can see there, basically just sort of snakes round that particular, it follows the path basically. So when you're walking on it, if you are walking on here and you haven't been on there, the chances are you'll see it going either to or from Forest Halt, and there'll be loads of people going, hiya, you alright? So when the train's not working and it's out of season, it gets stored in this building right here. But as you can see, it just follows the path all the way down, snakes round, and we're going to follow that. Let's go. So as there isn't any kids here because it's freezing cold, I can show you the little play area for the kids. Little swings, climbing bits, little swinging hammocks, bouncing boards, whatever they're called, and a metal slide. But yeah, the kids can just chill out here while the parents have some food or just take 5 minutes. But yeah, there's like some picnic benches dotted here. There's a bridge that goes over, and there's some more picnic benches over there. This is the woodland walk you can go on. There's pathways down there and up here that lead up into this. But yeah, these are the little benches you can just sort of sit and take 5 minutes while the kids are over there get rid of that energy. There's also a little play area over here, so if there's a lot of kids over this area, you can just go over this bridge right here, and there's just another little play area, a little sort of playhouse with just sort of a slide in it, and a little stream that can play in. So in the distance there you can see there's like a little tree house with a slide on it, a metal slide. I didn't go too much into it because people have just graffitied and wrote obscenities all over it. Kids are going to go in it, why would you do that? But there's 3 picnic benches you can go and sit at. There's loads of little rocks you can sit on as well. There's little climbing places with a little climbing net over for the kids. There's a little water feature down there that can play on as well, and it's relatively sort of shallow, so sort of little kids can go in there supervised to play around when it's red hot weather. But yeah, there's alongside here over the other side, this sort of beck area, there's the walkways. There's several walkways going. You can go right up to the very top, or there's like a middle section, or there's this section going along here next to the beck itself. So I'm currently on the walkway to the very end of this particular railway. This part leading up to the actual station itself is flat. The rest of it is a bit uneven. You probably will be able to get over that on a wheelchair. A power chair, can't speak, a power chair should manage it easily enough. But as soon as you get to here, it's all smooth, and then it goes into sort of slabs, smooth slabs up the top, so you shouldn't have an issue there. So far it's okay, but as I say, you can get the train and it just runs straight alongside here up to the actual station itself. So I'll show you the station now. It's just here. So there's Forest Halt in the distance there, just over the other side of that bridge. But if you are in a wheelchair, you can use your wheelchair to come over here, and there is a little winding ramp way that goes all the way up here and then leads all the way to the tea rooms, which are just over in that direction. I think I'm pointing the right direction here, I can never see on the camera. But yeah, it's like a winding one that goes straight up to there. There is some stairs if you can use the stairs. And I believe over in that direction is possibly the Italian gardens. I'm not sure, they might be that way. It's been a while since I've been here, but there's loads of pathways going up there that you can walk and do the woodland walk. Depending on your fitness level, there's low, medium and high, and it sort of goes up huge gradients. But yeah, that's Forest Halt. So when you get your train from the little place I started at, Catnab station, it just runs along the pathway and drops you off here. So alright, I'm going to go and get myself a cup of tea now. See you in a minute. Do you know, a minute ago I told you the Italian gardens were over there and I couldn't remember. They're over there. But I'm going to have a cup of tea and then I'll show you the Italian gardens. They are beautiful. I think they'll look a lot better in spring and summer when everything is in full bloom. But there's palm trees and all sorts, but I will show you that. But first, a cup of tea. I'm dying for a cup of tea. Nice cup of Yorkshire tea is in order. Yeah, and cake. Okay, I'll have cake as well, if I must. So there's the Valley Gardens tea room there, and the gardens itself is right here, so I'll take you a little wander around so you can check that out. Let's go. So that was the garden area. It's a lovely little place to sit. There are benches dotted around the place, so you can go and sit there. Not today, it's quite cold. But in the summer months it is warm. But the daffodils are coming out and it usually has plants all over. It's lovely and colourful at that time of year. So definitely come and check that out. And as I say, the tea room's just here, so you can come and get yourself a coffee, tea, cake, bacon roll, whatever. Because I'm going to go and get my tea now. So I've just walked through the Woodland Centre. Unfortunately, it's closed. I'm guessing that's a season thing as well. But there is a little area you can go and sort of stand back there. There's 3 holes you can look out of and do some bird watching. There is also a poster on the side that shows you all the different birds you can see while you're peeping through those holes. So here's the little poster I mentioned a moment ago. You can actually see kingfishers, tree creepers, blackbirds. You can see woodpeckers and green finches. You can see nuthatches. If you sort of look hard enough, you might be able to see some great tits, willow tits, coal tits. I thought they were cold. It's coal. Wrens, robins, marsh tits. I've never heard of marsh tits. But this is supposed to be a family channel. It's your fault. But yeah, you can see all those birds and through those little holes, if that's something you like to do. Anyway, we're going to go for a little walk around here actually, and hopefully I can show you some more of the walkways, but I don't think we're going to do the strenuous one. I think we're just going to do the easiest one. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to see Metallica lyrics on a bench. I started reading them, I thought, that sounds familiar, it's Metallica Rock. The ballad that everybody loves. But yeah, this is the sort of a middle path. As you can see, it's not flat, it kind of goes down and then scoops up. There is a lower one right down there as well that you can walk on, and I believe when you come around this corner, it kind of goes up at a massive gradient. So it's not ideal for people with mobility issues or wheelchairs, because I'm going to struggle getting up this, let alone a wheelchair. But I'll show you the pathways that you can go along. The one that I said was right down the bottom there. There's some stairs leading up to this point. Then it continues round over there. The path that I'm on at the moment goes round and then up there. There's also another one, as you can see, running along there. So just down there a moment ago, we're actually going to go up here where the road is. So I'll show you exactly what the incline's like. It is a slope, and then there's steps for the remainder of the pathway. So I'll show you that. I'm out of breath already. Just up here. But when you get to the top of these particular stairs, you can see the drop and the vastness of this little wooded area, which is here. So as you can see here on the roadside, there are a little entrance that leads down to a little path, and this little muddy path leads down, and as you continue down it comes to about here, and you can see it actually forks off into two individual paths. I don't know if you can see it because of these weird tree-like legs here. Don't they look like legs? Yeah, there's an upper path there that leads up to the upper area, obviously, and then there's a lower path that goes along in the middle section, and then it drops down a little bit to the area that's down there. There's walkways down there. I think the forest train stops down there. The tea rooms are over there as well, and then obviously there's the beck that runs along there. You can walk this way down there towards the Catnab station, the fish and chip place, and then over to the main area where the pier and everything is, and the amusements and the cliff lifts. We're not going to walk this way. We're going to follow the road round and get back to the main area for some fish and chips. So we'll be there shortly. So as I walk along this little roadway on the way back to the main area, as you can see now, there's some beautiful houses around here, about three or four floor houses, no doubt, but yeah, stunning. I bet they're worth a fair packet. But as I walk along here, there is another pathway that leads into this woodland here. There is another little play area for the kids. I'm not going to film that because I can see there's children playing in there, so just take my word for it. It's got slides, one of those little rocking horse things, some swings of various descriptions, and I think it's got a little roundabout from what I remember when I was there about 6 or 7 years ago with my son. And then as you continue around, there's just obviously houses and then back to the main area. Right, when I first was on the train to come to Saltburn, I did put a little social post on there to let you know that I was coming and just to say hello and let me know where you're from. So I thought I'd give you a little shout out. So let's have a look at here. So we've got Handmade by Helen M. She's from Middlesbrough. Well, she's originally from Middlesbrough and now lives in Gloucestershire. Lovely change of scenery that must be. I love Saltburn and North Yorkshire Coast. I fully agree with you, Helen. It's a beautiful place. We've got Esmeralda 100. Hello from Bishop Auckland in County Durham. Another stunning place. Lots of history from there. Dangerbird 27, Borough, another person from Borough. I love Saltburn. I'd love to be in Saltburn today, my happy place. It's just awesome, isn't it? It's just a beautiful place to come, especially when the sun's out, get some fish and chips and just walk on that beach and just forget about everything for the time being. What else have we got? We've got, God, some people have got some strange screen names. It's like FHQHFU, it might be swearing. Marvellous place and place. Oh, a fish pun. Super chippy down on the front near the pier. Rather nice ice cream too. I will be down there in a few months as I walk from Saltburn to Stades. A brutal hard route but beautiful. I agree, it's a beautiful walk around here. There's beautiful walks in the Woodland here as well. Rev GPP, he lives or she lives in Hutton Rugby, North Yorkshire, 30 minutes from Saltburn. It's also the coast as we go to, and I'm umpiring at Saltburn CC at the end of April. Well, good luck with that. Lisa J7409, hi from Newcastle upon Tyne. Geordie, alright. That wasn't Geordie, was it? Chris Young at Heart from Darlington, love Darlington, especially the train station. I end up in Darlow all the time, whether going to like Newcastle or whether going to Scotland or anywhere. I always spend a lot of time sitting in Darlow station, love it. And another one, X Liani GX, hope I've pronounced that right, with a waving bear, saying hello to you from Middlesbrough. Another one, Alifant 50, yeah, Borough, love Saltburn and Redcar too. There's quite a lot of people from Borough on here. Hello from Smoggy from Stockton. And Willa X Dar from Gateshead, how are you? Hope you're all well. That's all up to now. I might read some more out if I get some more, but thank you for those responses. It was greatly received. Hope you're all having a great time. Anyway, I'm going to head back down to the main area and I might read some more out if there is any more later on. So as I was just sat there a moment ago, just reading out those little hellos from various places around the northeast and beyond, I am actually at a war memorial, and I just thought I would show you because it is a stunning and beautiful little piece of artwork, and obviously to remember the war dead. So here it is. But I've been to Saltburn many times. I've been along this beach, we've been looking at stones and fossils and the likes, we've been right down the other end as well, having nice little walks. I've done the Woodland walk that I mentioned earlier on as well as going on the train. But one building I've never noticed is one right here, and I'm going to go and check that out. So I've been on that beach countless times over the years, from being like small up to this size, and most of the time I've been over near the pier area. I've been down that side of the beach, but I've seen the ship pub, never been in it, but I've never actually seen this building before, and I've just found out it's a mortuary from 1881. I'll have to do some research online and see what that's about, but I've never actually seen that building before, so I just thought I'd check it out. It's a mortuary. That's nice, isn't it? Anyway, let's go and get some tea and cake. That's a lot better, isn't it? Yeah. And that's just over here. That was my train just going there. Just got off in Thornaby, heading towards Stockton to get myself home, feet up, cup of tea and chill out for the rest of the evening. But I hope you've enjoyed that video. It was just a short video of me going around Saltburn. Unfortunately, I couldn't show you the cliff lift or the miniature railway because that was closed. Hopefully I'll be able to go back there in the summer. Well, I should be able to go back in the summer and show you that. It was great. Yeah, the restaurant we went in, it was nice enough. We had some sourdough pizzas. They're on these weird sort of rotating wooden plates. And when I was trying to eat it, because it was like dead thin and there was loads of sauce, it was getting messy. And I was trying to like eat it and it kept turning around. It was a nightmare. It's like a challenge. But yeah, it was just nice to visit. I will visit again when it's the warmer weather and I can show you the cliff lift and the miniature railway and everything else. But I hope you liked the video. If you have, hit that like button. Let us know in the comments if you've been there before, or the surrounding area, or any places around there that you definitely recommend me visiting, and I will definitely check those out. And consider subscribing. It helps me out massively and gets my channel pushed out there and gets more subscribers like you cool people watching now. So thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself, and I hope you have a great day and a great summer, and you get yourself out there and have some great times. So I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.